Well, I'm back. I missed last week, but I don't know if anybody really noticed or not. But at any rate, I'm back this week. You know, sometimes life gets in the way and we don't always get to do the things we have planned on doing. So this video blog got pushed off, but it's okay because last weekend marked the quarter of the way through mark for the 2016 season. So we kind of get a better idea of a team's identity at this point anyway. So first and foremost, the Saints have finally got a tick in the win column. Took a little bit of divine intervention there towards the end, but at this point, a win is a win, and I'll take it no matter how we get it. It was almost robbed from us, you know, the second quarter there when we had the strip sack of Phillip Rivers. It didn't count because the whistle had already blown. But regardless, we came out on top and we got the W. So that's all well and good. Even though it was a win, there's a lot of things we still need to clean up, especially on defense. Even offense, we were a little shaky on offense this game, but primarily on defense, it was definitely a tale of two halves. If you really watch the game, the predominant defense we played in the first half was zone coverage. And it's the same BS that we were played against Atlanta as well. But anyways, after the half, we came out and we played a little bit more man. And we slowed down the Chargers' offense a little bit better. And I hope the coaches took notice of that. Scheme is one thing, and if it's the coach's scheme to always play zone, that's okay if it's working. Clearly it's not with our personnel, not at the time being with all the injuries that we've sustained, which have actually been more, I think, at this point of the season than any season that I have recent memory of. But regardless, we go into our bye week with a W. And also, because it's our bye week, we have a chance for more of our players to get healthy. Hopefully, LRB will be back soon. Bro will be one week closer to coming back. Richardson will be 1 week closer to coming back. And then we have guys that are banged up that get a chance to get a little bit healthier, like Vaccaro and Snead. So hopefully this bye week will be good for everybody. They'll get a little bit of a rest, but more importantly, get healthy and get ready to play Carolina in 2 weeks and come out with hopefully another W. Speaking of Carolina, I think they're missing Josh Norman just a little bit. I don't think they realized how valuable of an asset he was. The difference between their defense last year and this year is pretty amazing. They have been but a shadow of their dominant selves. I'm not complaining any, of course, because they're in our division, but there's definitely a big difference seen, and the most notable difference, in my opinion, has been Josh Norman and Cam Newton trying to showboat and press himself into that end zone for that 2-point conversion. I think he might, double think that next time. He got his bell rung pretty good, and at this point, I think he's still not passing all the concussion protocol. So we'll see how he is for this coming weekend when they play Tampa. I guess we'll have to wait and see if he's going to be in the lineup or not. There's a whole week for him to get healthy. So at any rate, maybe he'll think twice about showboating a little bit, But maybe not, because he's done it in the past and he'll probably do it again. But the team that hasn't fallen off from last year is those Denver Broncos. Their defense is just as dominant this first quarter as it's been all of last season, all the way up through the all the way through the Super Bowl. They've shown dominance on defense, and they continue to do so. I don't know if there's a team that can test that or not yet. Atlanta is up on their slate next, and their offense is humming right along, but Atlanta really hasn't faced a dominant defense yet, so we'll see how that goes. I think it's going to be a very fun game to watch. There are also teams that are a little bit more disappointing this season. Arizona still has their dominant defense, but their offense is slipping down fast. I feel bad because Larry Fitzgerald he's always been one of my favorite players. And I want him to get that ring before he retires, but I don't think Carson Palmer is going to help him out much. And now he's hurt, so I can't think offhand who his backup is, but things aren't promising there. Hopefully they'll turn it around. Like I said, their defense is amazing, and Larry Fitzgerald deserves a ring. I just hope he gets it. I really, truly hope he gets it. And how about that shutout of the Patriots? I don't think we're going to see that again this season. Brady comes back this week, so I think he is going to be playing with a vengeance. So whoever is in New England's way, they might want to take heed. They went 3-1 with not only a backup, but a third-string quarterback at play. So just heads up. I don't know if it's a spoiler alert or not. Probably not. But yeah, New England is still the team to watch. Them and Denver in the AFC are going to be the top dogs. I'm calling it now. I think Denver can go all the way again. I think they might be the AFC team that goes all the way again this year and makes it back to the Super Bowl. But we'll have to wait and see. Another team that's been surprising through the first quarter has been Minnesota. I knew their defense was going to be awesome. We saw flashes of it at least last year. But the Sam Bradford gamble has paid off big time thus far. Once again, his innate connection with Stephon Diggs is pretty awesome. But just his poise, even though he hasn't done like anything spectacular, he hasn't done anything Mark Sanchez like either. So excuse me. Anyways, on to other things. I actually lost in my fantasy league for the first time this season, but it's okay as long as the Saints get a win. I'm happy. So it's fun. It's actually interesting because like I know football and I can talk about football and I know the statistics, but I also know that numbers only say what you really want them to say. You can manipulate the verbiage to make it fit whatever argument you're trying to make. When it comes to fantasy, it's all on the field performance, no matter what they've done in the past. So, yeah, you might get, say, Odell Beckham, but he only gets you 3 points for a game when his statistics say he should get you at least 12. Projections mean absolutely nothing. That's one thing I have learned thus far. But I'm still learning on that as well, just like these videos. I've never done these before, but I'm still learning. So it's a process. Thus far, fantasy has been an interesting experience, and we'll see how we do this week. I'll see how I do this week. My starting quarterback is Drew Brees, of course, and one of my starting receivers is Brandon Cooks. So both of those are on bye, so I've had to pick up a couple of other options. So we'll see how those pan out for me. Hopefully, I've picked up Phillip Rivers for my quarterback, so we'll see how that plays out. And I have a couple of guys on the waiver wire right now I'm trying to pick up as far as the receivers, so we'll see. But at any rate, that's neither here nor there. And for you music folks out there, I don't know if you can really hear the background music much, but it's all instrumental. It's all production by Lima Bean, L Bean Beats. She does some awesome work. So if you're interested as an artist or just as a person who loves music to get some good instrumentals, visit her website. I think she's a pretty awesome producer. She's a pretty awesome person too. So yeah, check her out, and until next week.